Welcome everybody to another new playthrough. And it's time, after quite a few years, to finally finish up the first 10 Final Fantasy games on this channel. I've played every other one except 2 and 3. So, we're going to do it. It's good to have the Pixel Remaster, because it doesn't matter how long I've waited, I still own them all. So I can just use them whenever. But Final Fantasy II. Should be easier to see if I... Yeah, there we go. Classic. Nice. Should be easier to read. Maybe set the master volume down a bit. Pretty sure I'm still over the music. I should be, anyway. Hurrah! Yes, I am. Now, if I have to, I'll change it as the game progresses. But just getting everything set up here. Control. Alright. There's no boosts in there, it looks like. Music player gallery. Alright. So, about Final Fantasy II. Well, it's pretty bad. Anybody who knows it knows it's pretty damn bad. So, there's a reason why I've waited so long to play it. So it stands to reason, what am I going to do to make this less painful? Well, one of the plans is to play the game the way I played it before, which is to have some unarmed characters, namely Guy. What I will say is that that was true for early versions of the game, because of the system that was presented. I believe the Pixel Remaster has made it less painful. Because they've added boosts to stats, and they've decreased the amount of decreases in stats. So, for those unaware, in the early versions of Final Fantasy II, you were basically allowed to create the player however you wanted. But by doing so, you would raise a stat, but you would lower a previous stat. Or you would have to beat up a character to get HP, and it was some weird, wonky system that really just... Like, the heart of the good system was there, but the execution was just painful. So, the way I got through the game, the last time I played it, decades ago, was to go dual shields, and barehanded, and then ransack a boss, basically do no damage, and then grind to beat the boss later. And then, it's because I wasn't taking any damage from random encounters. I don't want to do that this time. But I think I'm gonna go kind of the standard for what people go for. Swords and shields for one character, knives and shields for a second character, and then barehanded for Guy. And then probably barehanded for the guest characters. I'll see how that goes. I also have a list of certain spells. I'm not going to get all of them. There are certain spells that people have suggested, especially for this version, that work better than others, so that I can only level up certain spells, because, God help me, the spell leveling system is fucking broken too, because you only get the spell Tome you don't get leveled spells. So you can level up a spell to 16 if you want to take it that far. There's other issues with this game too, but I'll save it for other notices. But yes, I will say I think that this version is going to make this not as bad, but as the game progresses, you will see why. Whenever I talk to people about playing a game, usually to start with Final Fantasy IV. But hey, here we go. Let's do it. I don't think I can voice act this bit. I think it goes too fast. Yeah. Oh man, the classic is so much bigger. I like it. Ugh. I will say that the story has its moments. Compared to Final Fantasy 1 and even Final Fantasy 3, like, there is something there. Basic ass as it is pretty damn dark. So I give it points for that. For what, like, how early this game was, you know, is it perfect? No, but hey. And we're starting, and we're gonna die. Yeah, we're not supposed to win, so. Ow! Yeah, no. Yeah, that's supposed to happen, by the way. Will he live? He will. I sense a strong life force within him. He should regain consciousness soon. We found them like this and on the escape from Finn, fallen from terrible wounds. By the time we brought them here, I feared it was already too late. His life is not in danger. The sigil will strengthen his life force. We should let him rest now. Of course. We'd best be off to the meeting. I imagine they're already waiting for us. If the Empire is already allowed to complete the dreadnought they're building in Bask, their attack will begin in earnest. We cannot sit idly by and wait and watch. We must act. Bask. Yay, I'm a healed boy. Where am I? Leon? Maria? Guy speak beaver? Where are you? One of the best songs in the game, if not the best already. Period. Alive. I thought you'd... I'm fine. You seem alright too, Guy, but where's Leon? Princess of Finn save us, but Leon not here. I see. Don't worry. I'm sure he's okay. One of the few things anybody knows about this game. The Rebel Army theme. Love it. So you regained your strength? Very good. The life force is strong indeed. It was you who saved us, wasn't it? Thank you. Forgive me, Your Highness, but there's something I must ask of you. Please let us join the Rebel Army. I could never allow such a thing. You know nothing of battle. You would only be throwing your lives away. You should return to your homes. But we have no homes. Not anymore. The Imperials attacked and our parents our parents. I'm truly sorry, but that changes nothing. I cannot permit you to join our army. If you've nowhere else to go, you're welcome to stay here in Altair. If you know our password, you should be able to live here well enough. The password is Wild Rose. So, this is the password system. I'm not great with it, but just make sure you know who says what to where and what passwords go where. The Wild Rose is the insignia of the Kingdom of Finn. It represents our hope for a flourishing future of strength and beauty. But what will become of Finn now? I've heard that the Empire's captives suffer in confinement as we speak. Maria, your brother Leon is missing, is he not? It's possible that he's being held in Finn as well. But Finn's far too dangerous to travel to now. The Emperor's beasts still stalk the streets. Gaining entrance to the city will not be easy. The man at my right, Minwu, the White Wizard, who tended your wounds. Speak to him before you leave. He may be of some assistance. Okay, so Curse of Memory, Auto Battle, Run, Style, Museum, Boosted. Yay, boost. Okay, good. Okay, this is the thing that I was worried about, but this is gonna help me. So, at any point in this game, if I want to, I can turn encounters off, and thank fucking Christ. I watched footage of this on YouTube about a month ago, and my god, it was a lot of fights. So, I think what I'm going to do for content purposes is show off battles here and there and try my best to go through them as best as possible. But we saw this with Final Fantasy 1, where after a while, or Bravely Default, where I was just like, I can't handle random encounters anymore. The way this game kind of works is you have to have certain stats to beat bosses, and if you're not capable, then you're fucked. Kind of in the same way East Origin works. Good level's good, bad level's bad, kind of. So if I'm not good enough, then I'm going to need to fight. So I can spend episodes grinding and then fight bosses maybe at the beginning of episodes, something like that. So if I'm not able to beat bosses, that's my own problem. But Gil is important. So fuck you, game. I'm going to do what I can do. That doesn't mean I'm going to buy everything. It just means I don't want as much frustration as possible. I'm not going to have encounters off the entire time. I'm not going to beat bosses otherwise. You'll see, like, certain bosses, like, I'm not going to damage them at all. But this is the big thing. This is so nice. Look at this. Weapon skill progression. So I'm going to keep this at, like, 1 for now. But at any point, if I feel like I'm struggling, I can put this where I want it and not have to worry. Because I know that this game kind of works in a weird rubber banding, where if you're too weak, you can't do anything, but if you're too strong, it's too much of a joke. So, again, I don't mind it being a joke. I'm okay with it being easy, but I don't want it to be so boring that all I have to do is press X. So, being able to change this on the fly, depending on what I'm doing, is the important thing. An attribute boost. This is great. Set the stat boost. Like, I'm able to do this. This is great. And this is another thing. I think because early Final Fantasy, they didn't do this, and you were lacking HP. So they made this adjustment for the characters in this version. I think the Gil for right now is going to be my big thing, but if I'm going to grind, say, off camera... Oh, sorry. Burp there. That was bad. I'm sorry. I'll use these. I'll use all of these. But I don't want to overdo it. But it's there to be had, and I'm very happy. You know? I'm very happy that it's there. I see your destiny clearly. The future it holds seems closely entwined with my own. You will begin by journeying to Finn. That's the first step to realizing your fate. You wasted no time using the password. Heed well the information it will bring you. You can learn much value by listening. I offer you one more bit of advice before you depart. Those who've fallen in battle can be revived in a sanctuary. Should you fall before reaching Finn, go to the nearest sanctuary. Nothing happens. Oh. Aha. So yeah, the main thing is that every stat is in increased or decreased, because it used to be decrease. Other stuff would decrease. So, this is one of the few games where I want to learn this stuff because, God, the system is. Yeah. Alright, max of 16 spells. Ugh. Man, this is... It's so nuts. Like, I love the diversification that this allows you to do, but man, it's a lot to take in. Yeah, and this is why I want the Gil at least up all the way. An arrow struck me in the back during a battle, leaving me in this state. Perhaps I really have grown old. My daughter Hilda now serves as regent. You should speak to her. Yeah, don't go in Hilda's room. That's improper. Yeah, a potion. I'ma need those. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to be in Altair quite a bit. Okay, remove. Oh, optimal, but remove that. He gonna be punching dudes. So magic interference. This is the biggest problem I'm going to have with this game. Magic interference is going to make a lot of my spells work worse. But it's a sort of drawback because I want to go barehanded, but I also need to use spells. So Guy's probably not going to worry about it too much. But I wish magic interference wasn't a thing, but whatever. It's so stupid. It's really stupid. I don't like the idea that your magic is weaker because you have a weapon, but whatever. For her sake, having something there is fine. Okay, he's got the broadsword, so he'll be like probably black magic. And I'll sell that. I'll sell that. Weird. The evasion's better. Okay. No. Okay. Knowing that I can only use 16 spells is a good thing. Alright. Buckler. Okay. No. You punch dudes. You punch hard. You speak beaver. There. What? Damn it. Ah! Fuck. I bought a broadsword for no reason. Damn it. See? Well, whatever. Okay. No. Yeah. Okay. Alright. So you can see why money is important. Alright, so this is... That's white magic. No! Don't leave! Don't leave! Don't leave! Damn it. Alright, where's the black shop? Where's black magic shop? Where's black magic shop? Where is it? Okay, there's a sanctuary. Maybe it isn't black magic. Maybe it's just... Oh, okay. So, magic is all just one shot. Okay. Sure. So, cure spell. Yay! I'll get, I want to start with some battles, I think. Get going, damn it. There. Yay! Cool. Guy speed beaver. Alright. So I'll buy the black magic spells later. I'll have Guy, use black magic here and there, but right now I want to get into some fights. So I will. Yeah, let me get into a couple of fights. And we're fighting. So, what I know about the original game, and this is what was frustrating, was a lot of stat increases were based on fighting dudes in certain ways. You level up your magic, and you do your other things, and you level up everything as you go. So if I hit a person with a sword, my sword levels up. If I hit them with a cure spell, or if I cure myself, my cure spell and my magic goes up. But what was frustrating in the earlier versions, which I think has been decreased in this one, is the stat penalties. So you saw the thing like magic penalty, magic interference. That's ingrained. I can't change that. But I don't have stats decreasing anymore. At least I don't think I do. Another frustration was lack of HP improving as the game progresses. So people would be at low HP all the fucking time and not level up. They've changed that to compensate after fixed battles. I think it's every 10 fights you get a boost of HP. So my goal for this is to try Sword and Board with Furion with black magic here and there, White Mage with Maria, and then Guy will double up as a black magic user and then mostly just punch dudes. So he won't be doing much damage otherwise, but hey. And then the fourth character will also do barehanded, because barehanded is damn good. But I'm curious to see how that holds up, because when I first played this, I just used shields. And I didn't take any damage from anybody ever, but then during bosses I would struggle. So I don't have attack, so I'm not worried about it. 25. Ow. 20. Hooray! Now, I do think they've increased the stat boosts. And as you can see, I've gained a lot more gil than I normally would. So I'm going to be showered in money. Just for funsies, but as you can already see, MP up, magic up. Yeah, I'm gonna be rolling in money in no time. But that's what I want. I want as little frustration in this game as I possibly can. Because I think it's like 10 to 15 hours, give or take. See, Maria won't be doing near as much damage as other people, but it'll be fine. Alright, and let's see. Furion sword, Furion shield, and Guy's hands leveled up. Hooray! And again, Maria is boosting her magic stats. So she should be just curing the shit out of me as things go on. I'll do a couple more fights so that I can afford... I want at least 450 so I can get all the elemental spells. It's a goblin! Alright, that was quick. I don't know how many videos this is going to take. A lot of it really depends on how well I do in dungeons and bosses. But hey, life is good! I'm playing Final Fantasy again, yay! Ow! And yes, you can see how much fucking damage barehanded does. 70! You can see why I wanted to go barehanded. Holy fucking crap. Jesus! I have heard that going barehanded does go against you later, but not for much. Like, I don't know. I'm not sure. Like, because he has no evasion, he's going to be taking a shitload of damage. So there is that problem. But I mean, he'll gain HP someday, so fuck it. And that's what busting, helping my cure spells for. Yay. Alright. Yeah, let me get those spells. I will, again, have to probably remember to not get every single spell. But my goal is also to have Firion be kind of a balanced supporter, but Maria will also do support spells, and Guy will just wreck face. You would hope. And again, I'll probably buy the same spells for Firion and Guy anyway, but Guy won't be using them as often. That could lead me into trouble in some bosses, but it's fine. But I'm gonna save it. And again, I think, like, Final Fantasy 2, Final Fantasy 3 both are the weakest Final Fantasy games, but I hope people understand that it's more because Final Fantasy as a franchise has so much good stuff that a game like this does not compete as well. But there's still some good things about it. So I don't want people to just poo-poo on this game. Like, I know I probably will here and there. But I do think people have said that the Pixel Remaster has made a lot of improvements. And that's my hope, is that this is not as annoying an experience, and it will be somewhat enjoyable. I think Final Fantasy III more so, but yes, I will experience it myself. And then we'll see just how much better of a version this is. So the curiosity, if nothing else, is going to keep me going, I think. But that'll do it for the first episode of Final Fantasy II. And if you're new here, please subscribe. I normally don't do that, call to our action stuff, but please do. And then comment or like and that stuff. But hooray! I'm starting a new game, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So we'll finish up the first 10 Final Fantasy games with 2 and 3 back to back. And we'll keep going next time.